This could have been the end of Nomos. I don't even know how it happened. It happened so quick. If it happened a couple of seconds earlier, if the car was 30 centimeters back. I'm very grateful to be here today. And it just goes to show, life's too short. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be addressing some difficult conversations with clients, but necessary. We'll be returning to the scene of a serious accident. We'll be taking delivery of a new van and having a look at some unexpected views from a current project. The site that we introduced a couple of weeks ago, we mentioned that we instructed our fire consultants to put together a fire strategy for the build that we're doing. The idea was for us to go in with a mist system opposed to a sprinkler system. The email that's just come through is from building control saying that the mist system has been rejected because LFB don't deem it to be sufficient enough to suppress a fire unless we can provide justification and use case. We're going to do what we can. Reason we opted for a mist system is because it decreases the cost significantly. If we have to go with a sprinkler system, it's a conversation that I'm going to have with the client, which is going to be a bit of a difficult conversation because it's the knock-on effect of implementing a sprinkler system. We're going to have to dig up existing pathways, run new services to be able to provide the tank to be able to service the sprinkler system. So we'll provide all options and hopefully come to resolution. Hopefully we can provide justification and use case to stay with the mist system. If not, it's going to be a sprinkler system, unfortunately.
So how much longer is that going to take?
It should only take a couple of weeks, obviously going back and forth with building control and London Fire Brigade. Once we provide justification, obviously I'll have to go back to our consultants. They'll have to put a case together to say why we want to go with the mist system and why it's sufficient enough. In the meantime, I'll break the news to the client. I will also provide him a cost and a breakdown of what the additional work involved is so he can review it. If he's happy to go with the sprinkler system and he's happy with the cost, then we can just continue as planned. If not, then I would assume a couple of weeks, to be honest with you. Building control have got to review the documents. It's got to be sent off to LFB again for them to review, and then they'll come back to us with a decision. It's not ideal, but these are issues that we face in construction and we just have to overcome them. It's Chow. He's coming back from Ireland. Let's see where he is. Chow, how you doing?
Hi, Leo. I've just arrived at Barnet. I'll be roughly a couple of minutes.
Brilliant. I'll come out and see you.
See you in a bit.
See you, bye. All right, so we might as well go out. Let me get my coat. Al, who we sent to Northern Ireland to pick up the van for us, he's a couple of minutes away. So let's go and see what it's all about. So yeah, it's been quite a long journey for him. He had to get a flight to Ireland, was on the train going to Stansted, had to get off the train due to a tree falling on the track, had to get a cab to the airport, just about made his flight, and now he's on his way back. So let's see the latest addition to the fleet. Let's see how his trip was. Mr. Chow.
How you doing?
How was it?
It was alright. Everything pretty much went to plan, apart from the fact that I nearly missed my flight in London.
The tree.
The tree that fell down in Sawbridgeworth, I think it was. So all Stansted Express trains were cancelled. Operation van purchase from Northern Ireland is going full steam ahead. The dealership gave me a hefty discount under the basis that I go and pick it up myself. But other than that, everything literally went to plan.
Brilliant. Van looks good.
Yeah.
We'll book it in for the tracker. We'll get it washed and then we'll send it off to get the graphics put on, and then we'll put it out.
Lovely stuff, lovely stuff.
Thank you for your service, my friend.
No worries, my friend. Cheers, thank you.
So we've just had Elite Car Security turn up. They fit all our trackers for all our vehicles. The latest edition obviously has arrived. We need to make sure that we put the tracker in ahead of time so there's no delays of getting it on the road. Once that's done, it's gonna go into get prepped, it'll be washed, graphics will go on, and that's a team member. Just pulled into the office and obviously it's like, wow, they got a bit close. So I started looking around the van. It's a bit dirty, needs to have a wash. It's booked to go in on Monday for its graphics. And then I noticed this. So it looks like someone has hit it either parking or trying to get out. Created a great big dent on our new van. So we'll check the video, CCTV footage, find out who's liable, book it in for a repair, and then we're gonna have to rebook it in to get the graphics done. Nothing's ever straightforward. So on Saturday, the 4th of October, around 2:15 in the afternoon, this tree directly behind me fell on my car while stationary at the roundabout and nearly ended my life. I don't even know how it happened so quick. I was at this junction here, just past the zebra crossing. I was next in line, ready to go on the roundabout while giving way to the next car. Before I knew it, this great big weeping willow came crashing down. All I remember was something telling me to duck. I ducked. After the commotion, I sat back up and my head was touching the roof. I dread to think what would have happened if anyone was in the back of the car, if it happened a couple of seconds earlier, if the car was 30 centimeters back. Ultimately, I'm here today. I'm very grateful to be here today, and it just goes to show life's too short. Now, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure a healthy tree shouldn't look like that. It's just to show the size of the tree. Didn't realise it was this big, to be honest with you. It looks a lot bigger from the rear. So definitely had an impact. By the looks of it, and it was, this section of the car took most of the impact, which is fully dented it. It's obviously branches that come straight through the top. The rear cover absolutely tore because there was branches that went straight through. We're talking about a full-size mature willow tree, could weigh anything between 5 and 10 ton. Taking that into account, I think the car held up pretty well. They definitely don't make cars like this no more. Solid steel, and it took the hit extremely good. I think if I was in another car, more modern car, would it have survived as well? Who knows, let's not think about it. So seeing where the incident took place, seeing the aftermath of the car, honestly, it's nothing short of a miracle how I came out of this unscathed. Not even a scratch, not a hair out of place. Mentally, that's a different issue, but the fact that I was able to walk away from such a tragic incident and get home to my family, yeah, it's a miracle. So we're back at our North London project. We're gonna get a quick update, see how the guys are getting on. Before we do so, let's get on our PPE. Barnet Council actually wrote to us last week and we need to put a permit in place. All because our board is screwed onto the outside of the wall and not on the inside, which means we are oversailing a public footpath by 20 millimeters. Sounds ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Had to pay a permit fee. Had to also pay a deposit, a hefty deposit, a refundable deposit, just in case we damage their public footpath. Part of the job. All the permits are in place now. We just need to add some lighting to the hoarding. Site entry's always got to be locked. Can't have any pedestrian just walk in. Rip. So, someone just asked me why I haven't got my hard hat on. Before I'd explain it. So, when the guys start in the mornings, because of the extent of the work that we're carrying out here on this site, we need a safe passage into site without having PPE on, because we can't expect the guys to turn up fully dressed and walk through. We have changing facilities here, we have a canteen. So the reason we've put this walkway through is to make a safe passage from point of entrance into the site, into the canteen, where they can get changed and start work. So if you head down here, so yeah, now we're in site. This is the entrance the guys will come through, straight into their welfare facilities. Got canteen, heated, we've got running water, have a little break. And then they'll get dressed in here, which is the area that we're currently sorting out outside. And then they can go straight into the working site, sign in the site office and crack on with work. So the reason we're signing in, guys, because I'm not permanently on this site, I'm still classed as a visitor. In the case of an evacuation process, we need to know who's on site at all times. So that's why I'm signing in. What's happened, mate?
Right, I've had a bit of a nightmare, to be fair. Just getting some drone shots of the property. It was all going well. Decided to try and get some nice low shots of the building, and the drone didn't detect the tree.
So let's zoom in. Don't know if you can see that, guys. We've got a drone stuck in a tree. I'll tell you what, we're having a lot of issues with trees these days.
I think Nomos is cursed with trees.
So another site, another tree. With this one, we've had the report done, and prior to any work taking place, we had to put this fence barrier up and obviously ground protection for the roots. There is a TPO on this tree, and that's why we've had to do it. The arboriculturists have come, they've trimmed back what they needed to do based on what was found on the report. They've removed any excess ivy that was growing onto the trunk as well. And yeah, that means that now we can safely work with the tree protection zone in place to carry out the work that we're doing. What we're doing on this project, and we'll start from the outside and we'll work our way in. We are removing this rear elevation of the house. The new extension is going to come out to roughly where you see the current patio retaining walls in place. Going to be a double-storey extension going up. It'll be a whole new roof going on, and then we are rebuilding the garage. So we've removed the garage for access purposes, and then the garage is going to get rebuilt. So what we're doing with the extension here, with every site, it comes with its own challenges. The structural engineer has put a piled foundation design in place. What that means is we're creating boreholes, and I believe there's 10 on this site, which can go down up to 12.5, maybe 15 meters deep, filled with concrete. So in effect, they become like large concrete stilts, and then we do a ring beam off the top of those, which our building gets built off of. The challenge that we've got is one of the foundations, the piled foundations that we're putting in, is right where this column is. So the reason we've had to support the internal all the way across with all these acros, and it's mirrored to the floor above, is to take the weight off the roof, so then we can slowly start demolition. Once the weights come off the roof, we can then start removing the lowest section from top down, so we can clear access to this column here. So then when the piling rig comes in, it can do a clean borehole straight down and filled with concrete. Like I said, it's a roughly 11 to 12 meter extension wide by about 4.5 meters out to around about here. Going double story, new roof, so on. I haven't even got a clue how to drive a digger. Don't even know how to. I ain't got a clue how to close the door either. What? No, it. Don't know. Alright, let's go inside. Another question I get asked as well by people that are driving by the site or walking by the site and they catch me is, what's the big platform for? Due to the site being a sloping site, it's not very safe for us to accept deliveries with heavy load vehicles. Same with skip, so we can only come to this point. We've marked the line on the driveway to the point where the skip lorry can get to drop off the skip and pick it up. The reason we've put this loading bay in place is once we get materials, it's twofold. One, it helps our guys when they're moving materials around to be loaded straight from the street onto a loading platform. Two, gives us protection. And three, actually three things, is it avoids heavy lorries coming in to try and get the material to the higher level without coming down the drive. So, welcomed into the entrance hall here. What the plan is, eventually this wall is coming down and we're gonna have to do a new foundation for a new spine wall going up all the way, which is gonna take a lot of the load for the stills that are going in. Currently we've got our site office located over here. If we go up, I'll explain to you the process of the way we're doing things here. So as I explained before, downstairs, we've had to prop downstairs and then follow through in the exact same line with the acros to take the ceiling joist here, which then takes the weight off the roof. If you look, we have now started to demolish the back wall of the house because we've taken the weight off of the roof and removed the structure, and you'll see that as we go up. This whole area here is going to be made so much bigger. This wall's getting moved back because in turn, when we do the double story extension, that original wall's getting moved back as well. So you'll have a much greater landing space when you come up the stairs. Staircase is staying in place. All that we're doing and changing here is we're going to be changing handrail spindles and finials on top, but the actual treads themselves, they'll be refurbished and the client will decide what they want to do, whether they want to carpet the stairs or if they want to put a runner in the middle. What we're doing up here, guys, is, I don't know if you can see the outline of the floorboards. We've infilled the areas where it was the eaves of the original loft, just so it's a safe working area for us to be up here. We've removed the roof structure. There's still part of it that needs to come down still, as you can see here, which is also giving us protection from weather in the areas of the site office and the canteen. What's going to happen is once we do the double story extension and come up and we form our new roof, our loft space is going to come so much bigger. The boards here are in place because there used to be a secondary chimney stack that came up similar to the one over here that you can see. The reason this one's staying in place is because there is a nice feature fireplace going in downstairs with a nice authentic copper surround. So what we're doing with this chimney stack, as it's remaining, we're going to repoint it and jet wash it to give it a new lease of life. The current tower that's here is currently being dismantled and it'll be moved to the ground floor. So then we have a safe working platform when they start getting to the lower parts of the wall that's being demolished. But yeah, there's a lot happening up here and we're excited to share it with you. So thank you for tuning into today's episode. Don't forget to share, subscribe and like and press that bell notification to stay up to date with how we transform this house into someone's dream home. Catch you on the next one.